happened in 2001. However, I do want to tell you all this is really 7/11. It's not 9/11, it's really 7/11. The September month, septum, the Latin word, the root word for September is seven. So this is really 7/11. And we're going to go over 7/11. Oftentimes people leave comments on my live stream that they're born on 11/11, referencing November the 11th. And that's not really the true 11/11. The true 11/11 is January 11th, right? So we have September, which is septum, October, which is the eighth month, octopus, octagon, right? Oct, the root word, Latin word. And then you have the ninth month, the true 9/11 is November. The true 9/11 is November. And then we have December, which is, give me a second, y'all. I got something in my eye. The 10th month. So the Latin word or the root of it. And the reason why I break this down repeatedly, right? Repetition is um, the core of our learning. So we have November and Novum, which is also the Latin word, the number nine, right? Novem from the Latin November is the number nine. So that is the true 9/11. So why are we really at 7/11? Why I'm going to break down that Congress has just 11 days to fund the government. Where's this 11 coming from, right? Why are we seeing the repetition of 11? And why does 7/11, why is this such a big day? And when will we see this Black Swan event? We will have a Black Swan event, um, possibly sometimes this month in September, because the number seven is the transition month, right? It is the month of transition. The number seven itself is divine transition in the Bible. When God told Noah that he would never again destroy the earth through water, through flood, there was a divine transition that the earth would never be destroyed in that way, in that fashion. Again, God said, listen, I transitioned from this way of doing things, right? I'm not going to do things this way anymore, right? The wall of Jericho was marched around seven times. And at that seven times, just like the Twin Towers, the walls came crumbling down. 7/11. It's a reason why that 7/11 are the winning numbers in dice, right? 7/11 are the winning numbers. So you can go from broke to not having money or having a scarcity of money. That if you roll and hit the winning numbers of 7/11 in dice, that now you can have some money in your possession, right? So you can go from broke, you can transition from being broke to now having some money, to winning, from losing to winning because of the 7/11 combination. So with that being said, again, you all come in, hit that like and share button. Another announcement is that my book is finished today. It was not scheduled to be finished until September the 14th. And the guy emailed me. Let me pull that website up. It's cash in, the letter N, not IN, but just the letter N, cash in to the number two, crypto.com. And that is crypto with a C. Sometimes my old book, I was spelling crypto with a K because a lot of the domain names had already been used. This is crypto spelled the correct way with a C. So cash in, the letter N, to the number two. So for you all to help you, right? Have my picks. It's a 30 plus page PDF booklet. It has the present of money, the present tense of money, and the past of money. So it's giving you a very thorough outlook education in a 30-page PDF format. Also, it's clickable links on there as well. There's videos also that you can refer to and reference to help you understand the path of money, to help you understand that know that money must be backed by something tangible. It must be backed by a commodity, right? That is, you can't just have monopoly money. You just can't have money printed out of cotton and paper. It was money used to be called the petrodollar for a reason, right? Money used to be gold and silver certificates for a reason, because it has to be backed by something that has intrinsic value, commodities. And so now that we are transitioning, again, the number seven is divine transition. We are transitioning into a new world economy. We are transitioning into a new financial system. So this is the copy, the Crypto Queen, Cash into Crypto. The website is on the live stream. You can get this PDF. Click here, just enter your name, your phone, your email for, of course, 2111. So make sure you support me, the information, the booklet, and over 30 pages of the cryptocurrencies that are my prediction. This is year 2023. We are entering a bull run, like Michael Jordan, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, to play for the Chicago Bulls in the sports world of basketball. He wore the number 23. Again, 23 is a transitional year. It's a bull, it's going to enter into the bull market, as Michael Jordan used to play for the Chicago Bulls. It's going to bring in that bull market. And then we're going to enter the year of 24, which is the Kobe Bryant year, the year of not only leaving a legacy for your family financially, but living a legacy at the same time. Kobe Bryant did both. He had a big estate, um, still has his estate is still building financially, even at his death, for the things that he left for his family left in place. And he also lived that legacy as well, and he left the legacy. So we want to position to do both. All right, so that's that. Again, cash in, the letter N. Number two, crypto.com. Get that book, and thank you in advance for your support. So the scripture, because again, is the Latin word for the number seven. This is 711. Again, a Gregorian calendar, the calendar that you may hang on your wall, right? Or that we go by as far as the number system in the United States and across the world. It is a scam calendar. Many people don't know that, right? And so when you are not in alignment with the numbers, you're not in alignment with the seasons. If you're not in alignment with the seasons, you can't prepare properly for the greatest wealth transfer that this generation ever experienced. So Genesis 7:11, it reads as such. In the 600 year of Noah's life, I talked about Noah and the rainbow. The rainbow has seven primary colors, right? That's the promise that God left Noah, that he would never again destroy the earth through flood waters, right? So 600 year, six is the number of man and man's intellect and intelligence. It is six. Six is one short of God. Six is human's intellect and intelligence without the spiritual added. Seven combines both the spiritual and the natural. In 6 days, things of nature were created. The seventh day was set aside for spiritual things to be combined with it, the Sabbath day. Right. So 600 year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, on the day of all springs of the great deep burst forth, the floodgates of the heavens were open. Again, 711 opens up gateways, right? 711 stores globally have both food, they have both your essential needs that they meet, as well as your other needs. When you go to 711, they have food and bread as well. And it is a global store. So it meets your natural needs, um, your physical needs, as well as other things that you can shop for in 711. But those are global operational stores. So 11 is the number of transition, right? It is the number of transition. It is the number of communication. When you're seeing double ones repeatedly, the number one repeatedly, or you seeing combination of ones such as 111, 1111, as I have time. Um, if you can see it in my background, 11 is the number of a transition, but it also brings chaos and confusion, such as 9/11 did at the same time, and a wealth transfer. Buried underneath the rubbles of the Twin Towers were millions of dollars of physical gold and silver. And we know gold and silver is real money. Cash is government's money. Gold and silver is God's money, right? So in John 1:1, it says that Jesus is called the Word of God. God is a God of communication. God is a God of communication. And so once you see 11:11, you know that it's chaos and confusion. It's a wealth transfer. But as in Genesis 11, the tower of, hello, thank you for getting the book. Thank you so much. Um, the Tower of Babel, the Tower of Babel, the Babel, where the language mixture happened in Genesis 11, that was confusion, but it also was an attempt by humane and mankind to enter a different frequency, to go on a higher dimension, right? To go into a different vibrational zone, a different frequency. And this is where we're headed with digital currency, digital money as well. So as we look at 9/11, as we look at the open heavens, I'm going to share some more 11 with you. As American Airlines Flight 11 happened on September the 11th, 2001. You see the three wands in this 11:11. So there's three wands, a combination of wands, right? 11:11 also means it is a time to gather. It is a time to gather. For some, like 9/11, it's going to be a time of mourning, a time of loss. For others, like September 11, the millions of dollars of gold and silver buried underneath the rubble is going to be a time of a wealth transfer, right? A time of a wealth transfer. I'm gonna pull up that article about the gold and silver. So you just don't take my word for it. You can see it in black and white. In fact, many report that it was thousands of bars, right? Over $500 million, a million in gold and silver confiscated. And this is what many Americans don't know. So you have 18 stories of skyscraper. Also included with that, 8 plus 1 is 9. The number 9, as is reference to a woman carrying a child, means the number of completion. That which is hidden is now revealed. We also have Deuteronomy 11, transition to a new life of abundance, of a promised land. So again, 11 is chaos, it's confusion, but it's also wealth transfer. It also means a vision. Genesis 11, they had a vision. They wanted it to be on a higher frequency, a higher vibration. This is all numbers carry, frequency, energy, and vibration, and numbers. And when you are in alignment with the seasons of time, when you properly prepare and position yourself and execute, right? Then you position yourself for success. You position yourself for overflow of financial increase, right? And so we have American Airlines Flight 11. People, if you understand numbers, you can understand the quote unquote the plan of the elite. You know what they're doing, you know what's about to come once you understand numbers, because they operate off a number system. And if you understand the real numbers, the seasons, according, not the Gregorian calendar, not the scam calendar, right? The Latin calendar, the Hebrew Greek calendar, then you can understand what's going to happen. You can understand that a black swan event is going to happen in the 7 and 8 months, because number 8 is the upside down infinity sign, and it means a new beginning is ushering in. Number 7 means a divine transition is coming in, right? And so, with that being said, also Samoa 11. This is, people. I cannot make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. I'm showing it to you right here in black and white. Hello, double P, double blessings. Yes, Jen. Thank you so much for the 1111 super chat, and Genesis 7:11 supernatural flow. I I'm in total agreement with you on that one. I can go into biblical things about agreement, but I'm gonna say this real quick since she gave the 1111 super chat. Um, it's a reason why the Bible says when 2 or 3 touch and agree, right? When 2 or 3, it did not say people. It say when 2 or 3 touch and agree, I am in the midst, right? With that being said, the number 3 is so important in this, as you see another 1111, because the number 3 is the number of transmutation, right? It is the secret of alchemists. They know if they can take 2 primary things, they can reproduce a third thing. Like red and blue primary colors make purple, right? 2 human beings can reproduce another one after its own kind and another humane. So 3 is the number of transfiguration, right? In Genesis, it talked about the waters were separated from the earth in 3 days. It talks about Jonah in Old Testament was in the belly of a great fish for 3 days. In New Testament, it gives the Jesus within the earth for 3 days. At 33 degrees, ice is being able to be transfigured into water. It's a reason why the number 3 in children's rhymes and riddles, 3 blind mice, 3 little pigs, right? Um, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Then it goes merrily, merrily, merrily. Life is but a dream. See, row, row, row. That's 3. Merrily, merrily, merrily. That's 3. Right? Santa Claus, ho, ho, ho. That's 3. The Trinity in the gospel. That's 3. Right? And so once you understand numbers, you understand seasons. Once you understand seasons, you can improve yourself not only financially, but spiritually as well. So today, as it is Gregorian dated for month 9, again, I'm telling you all the truth, but it's really not month 7. However, until December 31st, the last day of the year, people, you see it exactly 111 days. So when you have the 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 23, you have the 63, which is the number 9. And again, I broke that down that 9 is the number of completion. Also, that which is hidden will be revealed. So expect the Black Swan event to happen between September, beginning in this month and going into October. Ezekiel 11 talks about judgment, wickedness, promises that God will restore. So you see the repetition of the number 9. That means the completion of the United States dollar. In the 911 numerology, right? This is the 254th day of the year. When you add 5 plus 4, that's 9, plus 2 is 11. Come on, people. You got to see it. You got to see it. You got to be a visionary like Genesis 11. You have to see this, right? Then days left in the year is 111. And so the day of the year, December 13th, 31st will be 365th day of the year, and we all know that, right? And so, with that being said, once you look at the 9 times 1 times 1 times 2 times 3, that's 54, that's 9. The 9, and then you have the 7. So you have the 7, 9, all in these formulas of divine transition, of the completeness of a thing. That which is hidden will be revealed, as in reference to a woman that's has had a child hidden in her womb for 9 months. And after the 9 months, that's called the full completion, right? Being that it's not a preemie, a premature child, right? A full completion, a full mature birth, maturation will happen, right? And so, also with this being said, you see it. Thank you, Patrice. This is also the 9/11, the rubble, the 500 million in gold and silver confiscated. Mm-hmm. See, I tell people all the time, it's not what the media tells you, it's what the media does not tell you that you should be concerned about. Because again, an 18-story building, 8 + 1 is 9. It all adds up. 30 federal agents came, $500 million. Okay, $500 million of gold and silver inside the bank vaults and buried underneath the rubble of the Twin Towers. Right? Nobody, it took 19 months to get all of that gold and silver out. Then we have people on flight. There's not only did American Airlines have flight 11, but there were flights, Boeing flights 93, right? And so 9 + 3 is 12, 2 + 1 is 3. We have the number 3 in this as well, because a transmutation and a transformation is taking place. When Jesus, symbolism of death happened in physical form, when he transformed to now a spiritual body. So then you have to be able to um, recognize them, not in the old ways. Again, people, I'm telling you, the same thing is happening with cash. You're going to be able to have to recognize that your physical cash is not going to be in that form anymore, right? And that even tangible gold and silver, God's money, is going to be connected to digital money as well. So also, some more 11 for you. Congress just has 11 days to fund the government. They're talking about another shutdown. Now, we know 21 shutdowns in U.S. history, 2 + 1 is 3. The longest one was December of 2018, last 35 days. 800,000 federal workers were furloughed. A loss of government services affected people. I'm telling you, we are going to see a Black Swan event. I'm telling you, a government shutdown returns from summer break. So they have 11 days, people. Again, 11 is the number of a transfer of something chaotic that's going to happen. It's going to be chaos, confusion maybe, but a wealth transfer simultaneously at the same time. Speaking of chaos and confusion, also they have an update. Thank you so much, Patrice. Patrice says, let's get these likes up. Yeah, you all come in. I haven't live streamed in some days. So, get the likes up. New FDA approves updated jabs from Pfizer and Moderna. They're saying that these jabs only going to last 3 to 4 months. People have no idea what they're getting in their bodies at all. And they said, even if you got some in years to, when this first was released in, what was it? Was it 2019 or 2018? One of those years. That, they only last 3 or 4 months. So this is something that you need to continuously get repeatedly. And you all, this has been around. I don't want to say the name because I want my video to get more views. You start saying names, you get censored, right? But this have been around for years. That's why it's on your Lysol can, right? So they're saying that the FDA approved these new upgrades. I tell everyone to choose wisely what you're doing, um, and to do your best to have your health, do health practice like exercise, and to transition to healthy eating habits, right? Other article, the dollar dump. Here's another number one for you, is 1 million barrels of oil from the UAE using rupees instead of United States dollar for the first time. People, come on, you got to see this. You got to be forward thinking. You have to have foresight, right? Whether you want to call it prophetic or predictions, I don't care. Just be a visionary and see this. See what's coming ahead and position yourself accordingly, right? Position yourself accordingly. 1111 means a time to gather. So this has happened for the first time. People, we know oil, we know commodities, we know food, agriculture. It runs the world. Commodities run the world. That's why I was talking to you all so passionately a couple of weeks ago about getting in those cryptocurrencies that are backed by commodities. And they are no longer available right now to even get into them anymore on the open market, because it's currently under SEC investigation to see if those securities were registered. So being that it gets a good ruling like XRP got, the people that were able to accumulate those cryptos that backed by real world commodities are going to be happy when that ruling happens. Right. So what does it mean for the future of the United States dollar as we see these other countries that are collaborating together and joining together and saying we don't want the United States dollar. The United States is trillions of dollars in debt and their dollar is worthless. And we are forming our own nation, our BRICS nation. And we're getting rid of the dollar, and our current global financial system is going to change. Someone says I've been seeing 111 and 1111 for the past several weeks. Okay, Miss or Mr. DD, realize DD. Can you tell me what does that mean to you? Because I know what seeing 1111 means to me, and I teach it. But what does that mean for you? What insight have you gotten from seeing 1111? I know what it means to me. I teach others what it means, and we often collaborate and we join together, and seeing that our economic system and our world globally is changing forever. And so we take the opportunity to convert our cash into our new world currency system through seeing 1111. But just know that seeing numbers and doing nothing, in my case, because honestly, a lot of people think they just because they start seeing numbers, that something just miraculously will happen in their lives. And I'm not contesting that won't. But a lot of times seeing numbers is a warning sign for you to do something. And people oftentimes, unfortunately, do nothing. And all they do is see numbers, but they don't receive what they supposed to be received from acting upon seeing the numbers once you got knowledge and insight or revelation about that number. Right? Most people don't take it any further than seeing, just like Matthew 7:7, right? Double 7:7. It gives you 3 steps, right? 3 steps to do. And I talked about the number 3 in the Trinity because it's tied into 7:11, 9:11 as well. And just like Jeremiah 33:3 states, ask of me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things that you know not. That's Jeremiah 33:3. Ask of me. Matthew 7:7 first says to simply ask. Most people see numbers and they don't even ask. Like, what does this mean? Why am I seeing these numbers? They don't even ask. And then sometimes they ask and they come across a live stream like this and I'm breaking it down, I'm showing to them. And then they don't go any further than that. They don't seek. They don't seek any more information. I said, well, I have a book, Cash into Crypto. You can get that book for $21.11 so that you can seek more information on yourself. And some people don't go past the seeking phase. Then the trinity of the three, number three, that gives you transformation. See, when you see numbers, your life is supposed to transform. I'm not talking about winning the lottery, because most times seeing numbers and combinations, that's not how a lot of lottery winners win anyway. Playing common or combination numbers don't do that, right? And so now people don't get to the knocking part, because knocking is a force to be applied. See, when you knock on something, you have to apply force to it. So most people don't want to get out of their state of being comfortable. When you knock on a door, you have to walk from one distance. See, if I want to go knock on my neighbor's door, I have to leave my home, my area, comfort area, and go walk to my neighbor's house and knock on the door if I want them to answer. And so all three must happen, right? And you must get past the state of quoting scriptures or just saying affirmations, because faith without works are dead. See, sometimes when people quote scriptures and say affirmations, they are wishing. They don't have belief, because belief is action oriented. That was good right there. That was good right there. That was better than most likes that I have. See, belief is action. I have 333 right now on the screen. 333 people right now on this live stream. 333. Now I just went to 339. All the numbers I've been talking about. Right? Belief is action oriented. Show me that you believe. If you believe, what are you doing? Wishing is quoting scriptures. Wishing is quoting affirmation. That's a wish. It's not a belief. Wishing gets you nowhere. Wishing will not bring things into manifestation in your life. You have to believe. You have to believe, and your actions should match your belief system. You have, Dave Ramsey talks about baby steps. I don't care, even if Jesus told his disciples, if you believe that this is me, then walk on water. This is another 1:11. Only one of the disciples out of the 12 stepped out on the water. Jeremiah 33:3, ask of me and I will show you great and mighty things that you know not. The number 3 is the number of transfiguration, of transitioning, a manifestation. The pyramids of Geyser that were built, the pyramids, the 3 powerful ones. The number 3, if you can get 2 or 3 people to agree with you, be in agreement, or you can get one mentor or one person to be in agreement with you, and you combine it with your belief system. See, a lot of people also focus on the enemy on the outside, and they don't focus on the enemy in the inside. I listened to something by Steve Harvey today that says the only thing that separates the rich from the poor is the 2 things between your ears, which is your mindset. Just the word enemy means your inner me. Your inner, INNER. Most people belief system is not in alignment. Most people mindset is not in alignment. Most people actions are not in alignment with their words. And that's why your affirmation and your quoting of scriptures, or whatever your, motto is, that's why it's not manifesting for you. Okay, honestly, I'm not sure. I've been asking God, and I believe He showed me not to judge others before looking at myself. I have seen nothing in 111 that's talking about judging people. I haven't. See, when you judge someone, a judge sitting on a seat, right, of authority that's over a case, two individuals, right? Two individuals have their argument before a judge. A judge takes in information and makes a decision. See, most people think judgment is looking at somebody and making an opinion or asking someone a question in which they have to answer that makes them uncomfortable. Oh, you're judging me because you're asking me a question that makes me uncomfortable. No, I'm asking you a question to make you think. Thinking is the hardest thing that there is, and that's why most people do not engage in it. People don't want to think. People would love to be told what to do, but they don't want to think for themselves. They love to say, I see numbers. They never want to think and ask, why am I seeing numbers? And that is so simple to me to just simply ask. I promise you the answer will come. Just ask. When you see numbers, say, why am I seeing? As much as you see the number, just keep asking. Whether you join my live stream or whatever. So judgment is not, you cannot judge a person if you don't have information on them. That's impossible. A judge can't make a decision without the information. It's got to be a plaintiff. It's maybe two attorneys, and he takes in both, or she takes in information, and then you make a judgment. That's that's the true definition of a judgment. Now you can form an opinion on someone by their appearance, by their pronunciation, by their accent. I have a southern accent. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing that I'm trying to do about it. It is what it is. Right? You can have an opinion about someone, but that's not a judgment. So, with that being said, gotta block somebody, have a live stream, and some months. So I see some ignorant comments. Um, First, judge yourself. That makes sense. If you want to judge yourself, go right ahead. I didn't say anything about judgment. All I'm saying is I said that Ezekiel 11 from the number 11 talks about judgment, right? But that was judgment upon a nation, upon the Israel. It was talking about judging Israel. It was not talking about judging people. So I hope you didn't, take that out of context. I didn't say that 11:11. I said because the people had conducted wickedness, which the United States had done for years, decades, from taking commodities from other countries. Now judgment is coming upon the United States. That's what I mean in terms of judgment. So I don't want you to get that misconstrued. You all let me um, get off the live stream, wrap up everything I like to teach, and then I like to wrap it up at the end and give you a recap of everything, right? Give you a closing and reorient just in case you came in at the end what I said, and to put everything into context. So there will be a Black Swan event. We have today marks 111 days from December 31st. The number 1111 means chaos and confusion. Your scripture reference, because I teach from scripture reference, is Genesis 11. You can also read Ezekiel 11. It also represents a wealth transfer simultaneously at the same time. Your scripture reference is Deuteronomy 1 and 11. May the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you 1,000 times more, right? Bless you and increase you. Bless you and increase you 1,000 times more. Also, you can look at Deuteronomy 11:11. Also, 11:11 means to awaken you. John 11:11 says, Lazarus is asleep. I am here to wake him up. Also, I talked about septum. The Latin word for septum, the root word is seven. Septum is seven. So this is really 7:11. The winning numbers in dice are 711. 711 means a divine transition. That's in alignment with Genesis 7:11, that we are in a supernatural. The heavens are open, divine transition for those who take action, for those who are action oriented, right? That goes beyond the process of asking and seeking, but that will go out and knock and seek and demand opportunities, demand doors to be open. Not people that quote scriptures or affirmations or affirmatives, right? I talked about the difference between wishing and believing. You have to be in your belief system. Faith without works are dead. So now your belief must be backed by actions and taking actions. Also, the cash to crypto, the PDF over 30 pages is available. Go to the website Cash In. That's the letter N, the number 2, Cash In 2 crypto with a C. I spell crypto right. Get the PDF book is 2111. Get started on your dreams of financial freedom and lifetime wealth by understanding cryptocurrency. So this will help you understand what is crypto and the blockchain, how to safely buy Bitcoin and other crypto. Also, this gives you the breakdown of what are blue chip cryptos and the non-blue chip cryptos as well. Why invest in crypto and Bitcoin, and get the secrets in my Queen's cryptocurrency ebook. This will be an ebook. So once you receive it, make sure you enter your correct email address. It will be sent to your email address that you provided on file. Once it's sent, the payment is completed. You can pay via Cash App and Bitcoin or crypto. I mean cash, Bitcoin or cash. Make sure you check your spam and junk folders of your email address that you provided on file. So please make sure that you enter the correct email address, because it will be sent to that email address. And if it's not correct, it's going to make a hassle for me to send you another copy of the ebook. So again, thank you all in support. Get prepared for a Black Swan event. Be careful about these new updates on the jabs as well, right? Um, you know, be careful about new things that's coming out to solve a very old problem. COVID has been here for years. Many symptoms like a flu, right? What you also should be on the lookout for is when the new digital tool currency comes, right? Again, year 2023, we'll enter into the year of the bull run. Like Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, the GOAT, the greatest of all time in basketball. 23, ushering the bull run for crypto for 2024. As this happened, people, right? You also have to know that this is going to cause a higher amount of radiation to be released globally on a global scale. So do your research about, health things to help combat that radiation. Also know that silver, physical silver, is definitely something to stack up on in this wealth transfer as well, because physical silver will be used for both monetary and commercial use, like 5G Wi-Fi, right? Um, FRID chips. I just went into Whole Food. You can pay by palm. You can scan your hand and pay. Uh, Tesla, again, 5G Wi-Fi technology, RFID chips, catalytic converters, all of that. So you're going to have silver and gold, physical silver and gold, that's going to be used to reset this currency system as well. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in of 300 people. But again, I won't do back-to-back live streams like I used to do in the past. That was very draining for me. So I'm just going to live stream every couple of days, maybe every 2 weeks or so. If I see a topic that I think you all need to know about between these next 2 months, that I just got to hit that go live button, then I definitely will live stream on that topic. But now I'm just planning on live streaming maybe once a week at the most, right? Once a week or once every 10 days or something, or 7 days. I don't know. It just won't be in a daily format. It just won't be in a daily format. It's very energy draining for me because of the way I teach this and the spiritual connection and the spiritual energy that I put out to get people to open up their eyes and understand the seasons and the time that we're in. So you all be safe out there. I also know that your health is wealth, and looking at silver at a wholesale price. Let me see. You can go to Queen of Corn Silver as well. Let me pull that website up. Um, you can get silver wholesale and just stack it. Put your wealth on autopilot with that silver, because silver, yeah, Queen of Coin Silver, silver will give you a higher return on your investment, because it's the most undervalued asset in the world. So unlike the Four Secrets to a Wealthy Life, the website, it should direct you to Quicksilver as well. And you become a customer, or you become a wealth ambassador. A wealth ambassador will make extra money by sharing this information and promoting this information to other people that desperately need the knowledge and to get position themselves in this wealth transfer. Thank you all again for tuning in. Thank you for your support. You all have a great, great night, and let's hold on, people. We're going to see a Black Swan event. Government has 11 days to make a decision. Will a government shutdown happen? We don't know. It has happened. Last one happened in 2018. But I do believe a Black Swan event is happening. So prepare yourself and position yourself. Prepare your provisions. That's Joshua 1 and 11. Talks about 3 days. You're crossing over again, transitioning. Number 3 is a transitional number as well. Joshua 1 and 11. Prepare your provision. You all, peace. Queen out. Have a great night.